Wes Craven's phenomenal A Nightmare on Elm Street is about the Vietnam War. That's a pretty wild claim. That is some big think involved in that, but I've said it plenty of times on this channel and I'd actually like to make the case in this video. Taking an unusual, deeper look at horror, that is what I love to do, and I know I've already convinced a whole load of doubters that Fright Night is 90% gay subtext and may even be the best gay film despite having no gay characters. I mean, that is quite an achievement. Seriously, that is the kind of high caliber horror analysis I love to do on this channel, and if that's your kind of thing, then do me a favour and subscribe. It's all I put out. That and the chickens. When people ask you what A Nightmare on Elm Street is about, you say it's about 91 minutes. But to give my answer, we have to ask, how do you know what a film is about? Is this enough chickens, James? Are you happy now? Are you not entertained?
Ich bin also im Urwald geboren. Ich habe Amerika besucht. Der Besuch war für mich nicht von Vorteil. Aber die Schlussfolgerung liegt nahe, dass es für jemanden anderen von Vorteil war. Als ich aus dem Urwald nach Amerika kam, fuhr ich da mit dem Schiff?
Ja.
Geschah die Reise gegen meinen Willen?
Ja.
Auf der Schiffsreise lag ich da in Ketten?
Ja.
Als ich in Amerika ankam, wurde ich da in Ketten zur Schau gestellt.
Ja.
Bin ich die Geschichte des Negers in Amerika?
Nein.
Also dann muss ich King Kong sein.
Yeah, I don't suppose you have a classic SS uniform, maybe in a size 12? Oh, no, it's cool. It's for YouTube. Yeah, excellent. I've got this discount code, Owen Jones 14. No? No? Okay, how about Britisher radicalized me? Oh, nice, thank you. 14%, lovely. Okay, so let's lay out the case. Wes Craven is born in 1939. He has graduated and he is working in film while the political situation in Vietnam deteriorates. He's 22 when the US gets officially involved and the Bay of Pigs wastes a lot of blood and human life. That's 1961. The United States begins drafting young men in 1964, and this continues until 1973, drafting 2.2 million young men. Wes Craven is 25 when this begins. Wes Craven is 33 when Phan Thi Kim Phuc is photographed running from an American napalm bombing. This famous imagery from Nick Ut was taken in 1972, the same year Craven releases The Last House on the Left. In that film, parents lose their children in a violent conflict in the woods and turn to savage revenge, right in their own home, getting their revenge on an evil man called Krueger. I don't think it's exactly a huge reach to say that the Vietnam War had a huge impact on Wes Craven when this major event is going on throughout his young adulthood, which is when your political inclination tends to come to the fore. And specifically, when he started writing A Nightmare on Elm Street in 1981, Wes Craven would get a major plot point from a story he saw about refugees from the Vietnam War. See, Wikipedia said it. I mean, also a journalist, but you know, it's probably still true. So to get the reading, let's take the Inglourious Bastards approach to Nightmare on Elm Street. In A Nightmare on Elm Street, the adults have been playing a dangerous game. In order to protect their children, they killed someone they saw as a threat. Specifically, they used fire to kill, they burnt him alive. But it didn't make their children safe, and their children were later dragged into this conflict that their parents started. The legacy of their parents' decision, covered in burn scars, takes its toll on the young people. Not only are they dragged into this confrontation against their will and killed there, but the psychological toll specifically is massive. Ultimately, although the fighting is happening far removed from their regular life in a faraway place essentially, the deaths are brought home and regular streets are no longer safe. As a result of this conflict, the dreams of Americans, the American dream if you will, gets corrupted by the parents' decision to kill. There you go, that's the reading. Nightmare on Elm Street is a Vietnam War allegory. You're welcome. One addendum though, what does it even mean to say that A Nightmare on Elm Street is about the Vietnam War? What am I actually saying there? Because I'm not saying this was consciously planned. I am in no way saying that Wes Craven, when writing this, had this table of sort of elements of the script and their one-for-one symbolic equivalents. I'm not saying that. I am in no way suggesting that Wes Craven took aside a young Johnny Depp and said, okay, when you're getting killed here, when you're sucked into the bed, try and just embody the spirit of the Tet Offensive. Consciously planting allegories does happen, but I do not believe it happened here. What I am saying is that when Wes Craven was writing this script, the main element of the parents' violence being revisited on their children, I think that will have naturally made him think of Vietnam in some part of his brain. Just somewhere when he's writing, that's going to be sort of echoing around in his lobes. I'm saying that given the overall story element of the parents' violence being revisited on the children, when Freddy dies of all the ways he could be killed, he was burnt. He was burnt and left with horrible, horrible burn scars. I'm saying when he's writing, Wes Craven's brain would be working towards a synergy between his story ideas, his politics, and his memories. Movies will reflect the mindset of their creators, and heck, sometimes even of the public. Things you're not consciously aware of, things that are bouncing around in your dreams, they find a way out. And they do find expressions in reality, somehow. Oh, sorry, did I just leave that hanging there ominously? Gosh, silly me, that must have come off as implying that I was considering taking a deeper look at the subject matter, maybe considering films with far more controversial themes. I'm sure nobody's interested in that. Unless...
Sweetie? Real Horrorshow!